It's like a spaghetti omelet of stupid. Dude, I can't believe that LGO managed to get an accurate representation of downtown Detroit. As if it's not bad enough as it is, you had to double down and make a glorified basketball hoop to dunk your puppies. You are a monster. Hello there, YouTube, and welcome back to the Slop channel. Now, some of you may understand the word escalation. Escalation is when something goes from a small diminutive fashion and raises exponentially, going from one severe degree to another. And over the course of time, there are prime examples of what escalation can do for the good of things. Escalating to importance, escalating to a higher degree. The one thing that we do not like to see escalating is the level of neurodivergent bollocks within our lives. However, there is something that is inescapable, and that is the escalating conundrum that is LGO's Satisfactory playthrough. Because just when you think LGO has reached the peak, the zenith, the absolute tippity top of ADHD nonsense, he comes out with another video that makes the last video seem like a walk in the park by comparison. And as if that isn't anything to go by, what the fuck is... I'm leaving that in. We are going to be watching the next installment of LGO's Satisfactory journey and see how much this man can escalate absolute annoyance and depravity. The only thing escalating in this is going to be my psychosis.
Hey there, it's Josh. Welcome back to Let's
Josh.
Game It Out.
Oh boy,
Josh. Let's play some Satisfactory today. We love this game around
Satisfactory?
here.
I don't know what's satisfactory about this other than the satisfactory of my psychiatrist getting paid extra.
So far. First, we built a wonderful, normal, working factory for like a second. Then it turned into this, then into this, and then this, and also some of this. Eventually, we reached nuclear power. It produces a lot of energy, but more than that, it produces beautiful toxic byproducts. So much so that it hurt to exist here, and we had to flee. So after that, we slid our way over to oranger pastures, and this time we did it right. We erased all of this
escalation
nature.
That even the game devs had to step in to escalate the power of the game to accommodate,
which is good for normal transportation or linking them together and going so fast you leave this dimension. Or if you split the difference, you can create a machine where we can aim this cannon back at our old base and see if we can reclaim that irradiated
what a futuristic mode of transportation.
What brings us to here. So we have a couple of pressing concerns. Each and every one of those barrels that's
some pressing concerns. Just some. Now, I don't mean to be the observational one here, LGO. But when you say some pressing concerns, I think you're really misrepresenting the level of absolute catastrophic terraforming you're doing. Don't try and gaslight and haze us into believing that what you're doing isn't the seventh ring of hell.
Actively hurting me while I talk. That's okay though. I've got my handy dandy inhaler here, so whenever my health is getting me down,
offsetting the radiation poisoning.
Anyway, let me give you the grand tour before we get started. Here we have sumptuous radiation issues, followed by even more radiation issues. And we're gonna have to figure this out fast, because I don't know what happened, but this place is definitely cursed now. And even more radiation.
The ghosts of
looks like
all
things
of the
have kind of come
rovers
to
you
a
destroyed
standstill.
Are haunting your establishment.
I guess it makes sense though. After all, over here on this side of our base, the land of nuclear.
Oh, wow. Dude, I can't believe that LGO managed to get an accurate representation of downtown Detroit. In fact, to be fair, that's pretty cleaner than downtown Detroit.
Base, the land of nuclear power plants. There's been a couple of changes since we were last here. See, the last time we were in this base was before they added fluid to the game. And now that all of these beauties have been magically retrofitted, it requires not just these, which are uranium fuel rods, but it also requires that we have water to cool the whole thing down, which obviously we don't have. Based on
the game developers put in a new system to give you more things to play with. But what LGO turns it into is an added way to create absolute environmental catastrophe. Up until now, the water was safe. The water was like, ha, you can't get us. We're not programmed to be messed with. And the developers were like, all right, bet. Now the water's vulnerable too.
This giant gaping hole, which means that we've got all of these plants and none of them are working right now, which honestly is probably both good and bad. Good because no working means no nuclear wasty. The bad is these being offline means we don't have any power coming to our base. Don't worry though, we're gonna get this all back online.
Can't have shit in Detroit.
Getting all this radiation out of here. First things first, we're gonna need some items. Good thing we've got materials everywhere.
Oh my god, just look at that platform in the back, dude. I mean, in some respects, you have to be very appreciative of just the level of commitment LGO has to making the entirety of this planet look like a dystopian nightmare apocalyptic future land of like Judge Dredd levels of dystopia. You have the higher ground people who live in their sky island of trains and prosperity. Meanwhile, those who live in the shade of the rich scrape together a living on the dregs of waste and the society that lives above them. And so too will we have our hierarchy where you will be poor and we will be rich in the trains and locomotion of our existence. Yes. Makari, what are you even saying? Billy? Hey, Billy, can we edit that out? Yeah, Billy, edit that bit out so it makes me sound more intelligent. Okay, thanks, Billy.
Not to mention stockpiles of the best stuff. A whole container full of things that blow up. And me with a detonator. And you know what that means. I can't just blow the stuff up by hand, can I? Well, it was worth a shot. Good to know where these things are anyway. So step one is we gotta flush out all of these barrels.
The only thing that they should be getting used on in this
coming back together again.
Oh
so
my
we're gonna go all the way over here to the outskirts of this madness.
Dude, the fabric of reality cannot contain LGO's
basically, we need to figure out how to get all these barrels out from our base. Let's just use this convenient thing called a splitter, and then we'll build out a conveyor belt from there. And we'll just keep running this. And we'll just take it all the way to the edge here. I'm not really sure what the plan is, seeing as how there's nothing down here. But hey, at least it's getting all this waste away from the rest of my factories. And at the end of all this, we'll go ahead and put a nice big storage container. There you go, fellas. Welcome to your temporary new home.
Container
so
big enough to contain your level of
filtering out of here, let's get some other vital stuff done. As mentioned, for the time being, none of these are working. You know, I know where there is working.
In fact, SCP Containment Breach looks at this entire building and they look at you as the progenitor of it and they're like, oh, so he's a Keter class. Damn, LGO, that we need some made. You're trying to contain all of your stuff? SCP wants to contain you, you anomaly.
Power though, and it's just one quick slide away. Ah, home sweet second home. I missed you, security blanket of pipes and conveyor belts and materials. Anyway, we're not here for sightseeing.
Every time I
we're
see
here
it,
for
I'm
that
getting
power,
connections.
that dirty, environmentally unfriendly coal power. Let's just go ahead and connect one of these power lines, and let's go ahead and build all the way back, starting from there.
You know, we're what, 8, 9 episodes deep? And even at this point, I am still trying to fathom what goes on in this man's mind. Like, I have intrusive thoughts. We all do. Everybody has intrusive thoughts. Usually when we have intrusive thoughts, they usually result in ADHD ramblings, doing something silly, or whatever. The level of intrusivity this man struggles with is on a whole nother level, and I cannot for the life of me fathom how this man has this level of escalation of intrusive thoughts.
This is us all the way back to our other base. Super easy to just run these forever.
There's no
Don't
walls,
worry, this
there's
isn't
no
gonna
damming
take
this.
any time at all.
It's just raw,
and we always know when we're getting
unfiltered
closer to home
intrusivity.
because the frame rate takes a dive and everything hurts. Although now that I'm in the main part of the factory, I think all the radiation's been filtered out and I'm not taking damage anymore. I'm so happy it's time to use my inhaler again.
One problem solved, which means it's time to introduce several more, right, LGO?
Anyway, where were we? Oh, hello. What the hell are you? Pet the lizard doggo. Don't mind if I do.
Who's a good little puppy? Now, LGO, do not explode the puppy.
Looks like the barrels are still coming, which shows that the process is working all the way to barrel heaven. And we know that for sure because look at our glorious radiation levels. Quite the radio.
Yes, juicy radiation. Yummy. Oh my god, I can feel it washing over me. It's purging all of the impure thoughts and depraved machinations. Oh, the radiation is good for you. Crumb of radiation. Nutritious and mentally cleansing.
Active vessel, and as we get closer, I'm really hurting. Now, in theory, this should be enough, because the farther away we get, the lower the radiation goes. And if we're far enough away, the radiation goes away entirely. But I don't want to lose this entire area to that. Isn't there a way we can get rid of this stuff permanently? Most other items in the game you can just throw in the little trash can here. Oh, but not these barrels. It doesn't want you to do that. All right, let's leave this for a second and come over here.
That's just
and let's test some stuff on an area that doesn't have radiation.
You're gonna dispose of nuclear waste the American
just
way?
grab an item, drag it out of our inventory, because then it goes straight here on the ground. And sure, we can throw these things, but no other items can we throw like that. So I wonder if there is any way we can...
an oversight by the developers.
Did that? You knocked me off? Oh, I bet you guys think you're so clever.
Mother Nature is rebelling. Mother Nature sees your shit and it's like, all right, time to take this little biscuit out.
Don't you, huh? Oh, well, we learned something new just now. Those guys can throw themselves off. So the question is, can we somehow attach the radiation to these fellas and then just lead them off a cliff? Okay, hold on. I got an idea. Let's build out a couple of...
Oh, no. There are several things that will fill you with anxiety. Getting a letter from the tax office, getting sent a text message from your mother with your full name in it, and LGO getting an idea. Some of these are more dangerous than others. I'll let you guess which is at the top of that list.
Platforms, and then let's add some walls. Okay, hey, come back here. I have need of you. Come on. Okay, better. Stay right there. I'm just gonna put something on top of you. Easy. Well, technically it's on top of him, but I don't think it's part of him. Nope, definitely not. So I think it's safe to assume that there's no way to actually attach this to these creatures.
Give him credit for credit's due.
So for my next idea, we're gonna
trying
need
to figure out what can and can't be done.
Berry. So do you remember that lizard doggo that we saw? As you can see, he's a little bit timid if we get too close, but if we take these here pale berries, go ahead and just put them on the ground. Little doggo friend loves them, and now he trusts us.
Puppy!
Aww.
Will he
and now we
eat
have
radiation?
the message to see if lizard doggo found anything. Basically, now he has an inventory, and occasionally he'll find stuff and bring it to us.
No, please do not load up the puppy with radiation and yeet it off the side. I can see where this is going already. Is there no end to your depravity? Is there no end to the inhumane things you'll do, LG? Of course there isn't. What am I even saying? You would have thought by now I would have learned the answer to that question.
Can also put things in that slot, and now it's just carrying it around while it follows us. So of course I think we have another question. Can this little guy carry a stack of barrels? Only one way to find out. Come on, little guy. Okay, where were we? You ready for a journey? Oh hey, he found me some flower petals. That's so sweet. I love you too. I'll take those.
But the little puppy is just bringing you kindness. Why are you gonna give it animosity and PETA violations in return?
And here, you have these 258 barrels of toxic waste, and Lizard Doggo seems unaffected by the tremendous amount of radiation. Well, you know what happens next,
Again,
right?
I give him
now,
full credit for trying to figure this stuff out.
To want to be down there.
LJ's mind is where there's a will, there's a way.
Oh,
no.
Come on. Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? You're a good boy. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, mission successful.
You monster! I could forgive the terraforming, I could forgive the environmental waste, I could forgive butchering the entirety of the natural habitats of this beautiful, beautiful forest land, but when you decide to murder the puppy, I'm sorry, LGO, you've gone too far!
Oh, let's do it again. Hey there, little guy. I've got something for you.
Don't trust him!
Good God, that took forever. But at least we got him. Make yourselves at home in the waiting room. Here, I'll even give you a window to look through. All right, so here's the thing. I've been doing some thinking, and I don't know if I can bear to watch them fall down onto the cliff below.
PETA violations
look at these little guys. Look at those little faces. They deserve better than that. That's why instead, we're gonna use something...
You know, most normal people, when they look at cute puppies like that, they're like, oh, precious, I will do everything to protect you. Inside LGO's mind, it's like, ooh, how can I use you to violate the Geneva Convention?
Else. Jump pads. Let's see. Let's just go ahead.
Oh, no.
Excellent. All right, I guess we need to test if it works. Yep, that'll about do it. All right, come on, little guy. Let's get you all suited up. Okay. You know what to do. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and say that was a rousing success.
But now LGO needs to figure out how to automate this entire thing. He's figured out the mechanisms. Now there's a procedure to be had. If he's gonna really double down on this, he needs to figure out how to make this stuff work without him being there. God damn it, LGO. Why are you like this?
And before you know it, our nuclear waste problems are solved. Okay, come on out, fellas. You look all ready for prime time.
They are
let's not
certainly
just
solved
wander them
at
over
the cost
here.
of
Instead,
the
let's
life.
aim a bounce pad back this direction, build a couple layers up, and we'll put the other bouncy thingy at the top here. Okay, there you go. Oh, you guys spread each other out. Well, at least that one made it. Oh, God. And for this one, let's see if we can get nothing but net.
Oh, my God, LGO, you may... As if it's not bad enough as it is, you had to double down and make a glorified freaking basketball hoop to dunk your puppies. You are a monster. You are a monster, LGO. And yet, I'm still watching. So who's the real bastard here? Me? Okay, who's the real bastard? The person murdering puppies? Or us for watching him murder the puppies? I don't think I want to know the answer to that question.
Oh, close enough. Who knew that getting rid of radioactive waste would be so much fun? Okay, we only have a couple more to go here. Have fun, guys. That's a victory, looks like. One last straggler, huh? You might want to avert your eyes for this.
Oh, no.
Well, looks like that took care of the radiation.
What's that,
Time
Lassie?
to deal with the next
Jimmy's
mess.
shut down the
Getting
well.
all this back online. We do still have to deal with radiation, of course.
Hey, Billy,
because to power
can you
these
edit
plants,
this
we
to
use
filter
these
out
uranium
the
fuel
animal
rods.
violence,
But it
please?
shouldn't be too hard to deal with. All we need to do is focus on the water part.
That'll mean we won't have a video? Damn it, you're right. What do I value more? Clicks and engagement? Or the welfare of the animals in the video? Hey, before the video goes any further, I just want to let you know that we have a Patreon, where you can support me, the fantabulous Makari, and get awesome perks for it, such as behind-the-scenes footage, early access, Patreon-exclusive reactionaries, and voting on future content, and so much more. Or heck, you can even just follow for free to get updates on all the goings-on within the Makari Mansion. With all that being said, thank you very much for listening, and please, enjoy the video.
And don't worry, I haven't forgotten that this one needs water too. First things first is we need to locate a water source. And you know, I think I know just the place. Oh yeah, and this reactor over here too. Okay, so all we really need to do is find some nice deep water. You know, this water doesn't appear to be terribly deep. Maybe it'll work anyway, let's see. Time for some water extraction. Yep, looks like it's gonna be just fine.
LGO's discovered another mechanism to bastardize for his ill-gotten gains.
Pretty sure water doesn't naturally want to go uphill like that.
Don't we love LGO's creativity and
I just
innovation?
care that it connects.
What an
okay, and with that all
ingenious
connected,
man.
the entire base still
Finding
doesn't have
every
power,
which
so
way
we need to
to
draw upon our
completely
power lines
ruin
that are from the other
society.
base. I'm glad that you can drag these power lines out over to a cliff and then right into a waterfall. Whatever, they'll allow it, so I'll do it. Okay, let's see, how are we doing? Water appears to
Yeah, really? I'm having a go at LGO for being this absolute force of chaos. But he's only able to be this force of chaos because the developers who let him play their games make the game allow him to do that kind of stuff to begin with. And sure, this might be stress testing and taking advantage of systems that weren't cleverly thought out enough to be take into consideration this kind of megalomania. But it doesn't change the fact it fills me with dread.
be extracting at a perfectly whatever flow rate, and you can tell it's doing its job by this little thing here because of the things doing things.
Oscillation.
As you can tell, I totally understand how water works in this game. The important part is that if we come all the way over here and we check the pipes, we can see the water's running all the way here just fine. And if we look at the plant itself, water's all there, uranium's all there. Looks like power is back on the menu. And onward.
Any normal person will see a new mechanic and go, ooh, fun things to play with. LGO sees new mechanics and like, ooh, new ways to completely destroy society. And animals and wildlife and... hey, Billy? Can you get Peter on the line? Oh, they're still angry at us for the whole pheasant thing? Right, never mind.
To the other power plants.
Like and subscribe.
All right, excellent. I think we've done some really fine
destruction.
work here. Let's see if everything connects as planned. Let's start with one initially. Well, it doesn't appear to be any water getting here, at least not yet. What do you mean this weird, gross, illogical pipe system isn't working? I mean, if you take a look at our splitter here, this one's getting plenty of water, as is this part right here. Oh, wait, the flow sucks. So without really knowing what we're doing, we're gonna use this pipeline pump. Allows fluids to be transported 20 meters upwards. Okay, well, great. Work your magic. Okay, there we go. Looks like we have more flow coming through this thing, sorta. Water sure is weird. Ah, yes, much better. Full capacity in the pipes. That's what I like to see.
The weird thing about all this.
How are we working, you big behemoth? Ah, yes. Burning water too fast and occasionally offline. That's what we call progress. You know what? Why am I trying so hard? After all, this is a pretty large space. Let's see how many of these can fit. And then 2 and...
Wait for it. Wait for it. Give it another few moments, and he will have made a mechanical monstrosity that would rival the gods. You know it's coming. He's figured out the basics. It's only a matter of time before this turns into some eyesore FPS dropping menagerie.
3 and 4. Okay, that seems better. We have a couple more, quite a bit more. I have no idea how many are in here. All I know is it's
I got nothing. I got nothing. I have absolutely no comment about this. Other than the fact that US would like to know what happened to their boats.
It's more than I had, and I hope it's enough to siphon up the entire ocean. Now it's time to get to the
It looks almost like a real-time strategy game at this point.
And more
oh my god! Jesus Christ, dude! Oh no, it's like a spaghetti omelet of stupid.
And a little time building just a couple of pipe systems. Here, let me give you the grand tour. Basically, they start here,
it's like some
and then they extend out
abomination from a
here,
D&D
and then they
campaign.
route over here, and then God only knows where they go next. Pretty much if there's ground to cover, that's where we put pipes. And I do mean anywhere where there's ground to cover.
Yes, I love some ground with my pipes. This planet will be nothing but pipes, given LGO's prerogative for this kind of thing.
Or if it's cliffs, also now pipes. Heading past this first power plant, that's right, pipes. And we just follow this very comprehensive pipe system. How you doing there, buddy? You having a good time? And we just keep on going to follow where the pipes go until
how long it took him to do this?
Over where we can see water making it to all of our power plants. Who would have thought?
There are many pipes here, but this pipe right here was my favorite. It gave me all kinds of good talking to when I was dealing with my mental conniptions. Yeah, darling, this pipe right here, this is my pipe. It speaks to me on an emotional level. But all these pipes are equal after all, you know what I'm saying?
Pipes were so easy. All you gotta do is just have so many running everywhere that eventually everything can connect and have water. And yeah, sure, when these things are producing power, they also produce nuclear byproducts. But that's a solved problem. Everybody wins. And with all these glorious power plants up and working again, so too are our factories. Yeehaw to beautiful, endless manufacturing. Oh, and don't worry, I haven't forgotten about this guy. I know we need to get water up here too, and I know that seems pretty daunting, but don't you worry, I've got an idea, so hold, please. And connected.
Oh no, he's made another layer to the spiral, hasn't he? Okay, let's take a wild guess. If you think that LGO has organized and made something sensible, type 1 in the chat. If you think he's doubled down to make a monstrous spiral to superly escalate the already existing spiral of stupidity, type 2 in the chat. And if you want to like and subscribe for Existential Dread, type 3. And like and subscribe.
See, that wasn't so hard to get water up here. All I had to do was build a couple of water pipes. A lot of water pipes. A lot of water pipes. Yep, this is what I did. I started with a pipe on the ground, ran it all the way to the start of my conveyor belt tornado, and then just kept building and building and building.
If this thing gets any bigger, it's going to escape containment. This thing is like an egg that is storing a potential eldritch god. And one of these days, it will open to the world and destroy all of existence.
And before you know it, fresh water straight from the source. And boy, howdy, is this doing amazing things to the frame rate.
It's impressive to look at, I'll give you that.
It turned out putting all this
but then
pipe
again,
down
I'm impressive
easy.
to look at, and I don't take up the entirety of a planet.
Over. Oh boy, have I...
Unlike your mother.
Notice some cursed stuff still happening. You know, I think I know what we can do. Granted, I don't want to waste all this beautiful manufacturing prowess or this gross thing, but I think I have an idea to salvage our factory and our frame rate. So let's head back over to Red Base.
Delete it all?
Our hub. In the hub is where we
destroy
unlock
everything
new
in nuclear
milestones. And over here in Tier 7, we have something called aeronautical engineering. And in that, we have something called drones. Transports available input back and forth between its home and destination ports. I like the sound of that, so
why is it that normally when I see somebody discovering a new mechanic in a game, I'm filled with joy and whimsy? Why is it that when LGO discovers a new mechanic in a game, I'm filled with existential dread? Oh, that's right, because he's a megalomaniac.
In order to unlock these things, we need to amass all of these items, and then we just feed it all into the machine. A big old button appears, which will send this cargo container right here into orbit. But before we do that, I have kind of an idea. Can you take an explosive to outer space for me? Only one way to find out. And launch. Okay.
Aeronautical security hate this man. I'm pretty sure this is an act of terrorism.
Have a nice summer. Oh, that does work. Well, nice to see it's completely unaffected. And now, because of our generous contributions, we have fun new toys. So for starters, we can't just put a drone down right here in the sand. It needs to go in the drone port. Okay, I see how this works. It's like a little carrier thing.
You know, an intrusive thought of mine, not a chaotic one like LGO's, mind you. I legitimately think Satisfactory would be a good platform for an RTS type game. Imagine if this was all like a top-down thing and sort of like a Factorio kind of vibe. I'd love to see people like imagine a competitive scene where you have teams of people treating this game like an RTS where they have to build up bases and get as much production going as possible to try and beat the other team. I think that'd be pretty cool.
Batteries to power the drones go in here, and these are like in and out points for importing and exporting materials. Easy peasy lemon whatever. Couldn't be more simple. Okay, yeah, and drones fit right here. Look at that, ready to transport. Okay, first things first, let's go.
I'm sorry, but the only drones I want to hear about are the StarCraft 2 drones that look cute and adorable when they're walking around with a mineral patch in their mouth. Thank you very much.
Go ahead and connect this thing all the way through our pile of crap. I mean, surely somewhere in here are batteries, right? Wait. Those look like batteries to me. Quickly, new conveyor belt, add a splitter, and now take some of those batteries. Now that these are well underway, we're going to put 2 storage containers, one for the imports and one for the exports. And for stuff transport, I'm just going to use copper, not for any reason, just because I have it. Now we need to configure the drone port. And we're going to name this first port Sendy Offie. And now let's move a little bit away from this station here and add another drone port over here, and we'll set up another container. This one's gonna be just for receiving, and we're gonna name the second port Gimme Goodies. Excellent. And we're gonna set it up so that Sendy Offie has a destination port of Gimme Goodies. Oh, and the moment we set this up, look what's happening. Wait, don't leave without me. Let's see where this thing goes. Wow, we're really high up here. We're flying as high as my rail gun even. Well, looks like it's going to the destination, and it looks like it's coming in for a nice, smooth landing.
So when I talk about escalation, we always start with a fundamental and rudimentary primal iteration of a mechanic. And then within moments of LGO realizing how to actuate on that, it gets converted from a sensible, organized, well-functioning production of produce to some bastardization of reality. So I'm really excited to see how he's going to use this to completely tank his FPS.
Oh, and here comes our supplies. Perfect, that worked like a charm. And then when it's done, it takes off in a perfect pattern to do some sweet air maneuvers before landing in its original pad again, to pick up more supplies before doing it all again. Kind of curious what I can do with this thing. Like, I see it doing all these
and that's the moment that I get a little bit scared.
Evasive maneuvers. But like, if I build foundations and just intentionally try and get in its way, is it gonna know how to deal with this? We're about to find out. Huh, it doesn't care at all. And off it goes.
I disrespect your reality and substitute it with my own.
Care about collision.
Physics?
This gives me an idea. So here's my master plan. We're going to use those drones to take all these luscious supplies and transfer them to our other non-cursed base. Because after all, we don't want all these supplies or all this luscious power to go to waste now, do we? Of course not. So one of the things, though, is that these drone ports actually take up quite a lot of space. And something tells me it's smart to have at least a couple. But luckily, I think I know a place that's centrally located to all of our stuff that has virtually unlimited building space. And I think I know what we can use to help us out. Behold my original train station. Back when you could make train station names really long. Those were the days. Anyway, we're gonna take a little trip. Because if you recall, I made a nice little railway that doesn't give a crap about the rules of terrain at all. And now here we are, underneath the world, where there's so much open space for us to work with. Anyway, look at all that space out there. Let's see if we can use it. First things first, let's make a platform for building on. Yes, perfect for a drone port. Just gotta run some power
he's gonna make an entire subterranean aeronautics
even if we don't give it any materials, so long as we just tell it where to go. We're gonna tell this to fly to Gimme Goodies. So I think in theory, the moment I place this drone down, it should just take off. These sound like promising.
He's gonna snap his fingers in 5 seconds. And the entire underlayer of reality is going to be molded by thousands of drones that are going to rise up from the ground and clip through the floor to blot out the sun.
Noises and promising behavior. Bye. Well, there it goes.
So you've got
halfway
one that
across
does
the
that.
known universe,
What are
all the way to its
thousands?
destination, where it abruptly stops and then appears to maintain a holding pattern, along with this other drone, and I have no idea why. It's not because I put the foundations there, right? It's not like you cared about that before. Well, let's check real fast. Nope, they definitely still don't care. Wait a minute. Looks like the power went out on this. Is that why?
That would be
Let's fix the
why.
power and find out. Oh, looks like that was the reason. Now that we got the green, stuff's landing again. Okay, wait, now I have to know. If I leave it red, also known as no power, how many of you can be up here? Let's find out, shall we? Okay, now we have 4 total. We're gonna make sure to set them all to gimme goodies.
No.
Oh boy, and here they go.
Dude, the FPS is already dipping.
Stay
You've only
in
got
formation,
3 of them.
pilots. What did I say about breaking formation? You might be asking yourself, why didn't I just build these things closer? Because then we couldn't have this amazing journey, and we wouldn't be able to see this glorious drone
set
ballet.
dressing. It's called
Okay,
environmental
here they come. Let's see what
building. It's
happens.
called making it look cool.
I see. Well, I think we know what needs to happen next, don't we?
7 hours later.
Is there a limit to this? Only one way to find out. Okay, so I've been at this for a little while now. I've built a couple of drones. The foggy view distance here stops you from seeing all that I've made. But let me tell you, there's a lot of drones here. In total, there's 384 drones here, quietly spread out underneath our base. And for each and every one of these, they're all set to go to gimme goodies. All right, so let's turn on the power. Oh boy, here goes nothing.
Dude, the FPS just dipped instantly. Oh my god. Okay, that's kind of cool though. That is kind of cool though. You cannot deny watching thousands of drones rise up from beneath the floor like that would be foreboding for anyone who sees it. Jesus crumbs, dude.
My god.
Amazon wishes their drone delivery service could be this functional.
Up and off they go. Off at 2 frames a second to seek fame and fortune on their pilgrimage to the sacred gimme goodies. You know what I did back at the base too? Just to add some fun is I added a bunch of explosives to things. Not sure how that works, but I'm not gonna question it. You know, so we can get that real feeling like they're trying to be shot down.
Ingenious.
Evasive maneuvers, serpentine.
It's like
Before you know
dude,
it,
it's like what? It's like that giant snake from Shadow of Colossus. You know the one I'm talking about, right? You guys have played Shadow of Colossus, right? You guys are old enough to have played Shadow of Colossus, right? You're not fetuses, are you? Billy, can we edit? Damn, Billy, you're gonna have a lot of editing to do, but can we edit that so I don't sound so pretentious? Cool, thanks, Billy.
They are coming in to join the queue. Higher and higher and higher. My god, what are we looking at? This is actually really pretty. Huh, you know what? I guess there really isn't a limit. It looks like this really can just keep going forever. I mean, seriously, look how high this goes. There's my cannon, there's the drones, and here's how much higher they go. And boy, is it gonna be a long queue to land at this station. One down, an eternity of drones left to go. You know, let's just use more traditional.
Damn, it's like queuing on the M4 when you're trying to get into London.
Means to get our stuff from the other base. But let's tackle that next time. By the way, did I mention that I stream? I do. Link is in the description. You should check it out. So I hope you had fun. I know I did. And I'll see you next time.
Fun?
Hey there, it's Josh. Welcome back to Let's Game It Out. We're playing...
Fun is certainly a word. Fun is certainly a word that could be had for this absolute medley of stupidity. Oh boy. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I, for one, you know, when we watch a Satisfactory video by LGO, I need a good couple of days between watching these videos to cleanse my palate, to brace myself for the next episode. But you can certainly expect another episode of this in the near future. So until then, thank you very much for watching. Come and join my streams live for reactionary slop and gaming, and like and subscribe to make Billy feel better about the amount of work he's gonna have to do editing this video. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good one. Bye.